That's the nature of the business, right, Mac?" And she laughed. "Did he seem worried or concerned about anything, but maybe without having told you what it was about?" "No, sir." "No family crisis?" "None now, none really ever." "You have how many children?" "4. All are grown and happy and no problem to their parents. I've called them to see if they might have heard anything from him. They haven't." C let a couple of beats of silence sink in before he said, "Now, a most difficult question. Did your husband have a female interest outside the marriage?" "Certainly not," she said. "We love each other very much. Luther is a faithful husband. I know he is. I just know it." "Yes, ma'am. Please understand why I had to ask." "I understand." It was clear she did not understand. "Did the two of you quarrel recently?" "No." "Did he indicate in any way any unhappiness?" There was a slight glance away from C, then half a beat, and then she said, "No." C pressed on. "Did he say anything, no matter how indirectly, about leaving?" "Not a word." "Would you mind if we checked your bank account to see if there have been any recent withdrawals?" There was that glance away again, but the smile remained. "Certainly not. We have accounts at the First National and at Oklahoma Bank and Trust." "Thank you," she said. "Do you know if any unknown or unusual people contacted him lately?" "No." "Has he been on any unusual trips lately?" "Oh, just to a reunion with some old Marine friends," she said. "He went with a businessman named Bob Thornton from down in Pawnee City. They were in together." She said, "Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Wallace. I am sorry I had to barge in like this, but I felt it was important to get as early a start as possible." She led us back to the front door. "The difficulty from now on," she said, "is keeping this under wraps. It won't be long before it gets out to the press. It will be a very big story, as I'm sure you know. I will have a plainclothes officer outside your house here 24 hours a day. Please feel free to call upon him to keep anybody away you want kept away." Annabelle shook C's hand and thanked him. Then she turned to me and grabbed my right hand with both of hers. "This must be tough on you too, Mac," she said. "Luther considers you one of his best friends." In the middle of the next block, I asked C for his best guesses. "He was on the take from some road contractor or some such. He was getting it off with some young Oklahoma maiden, and she got pregnant and blackmailed him into running off with her. He was kidnapped by somebody wanting some of his family's money or something from the state of Oklahoma as ransom. He had a nervous breakdown as a result of his mentally taxing work as leader of the Oklahoma House of Representatives and strayed over the border into Arkansas, where he was mugged by a hillbilly. Whatever, we'll know soon." "Why soon? How soon?" "Oh, we always know within a few hours. Nobody just disappears without a trace, particularly a nobody like the Speaker of our House of Representatives." The Turnpike meeting the next morning was in the Sparrow Room, a private dining room at the Park Plaza Hotel downtown. We sat at a round table. There was one empty chair, Luther's chair. We ate our breakfast without him. I finally got the meeting to proceed without Luther. I said I would make it my responsibility to make sure Luther was fully briefed. The chairman asked Mr. Ritter, the Turnpike Authority Director, to review the situation. "We have just completed a traffic count," he said, getting right down to business. "Neither one of these proposed routes needs a turnpike. They barely need the 2-lane highways they have now, to be perfectly frank." He held up a yard-square piece of white poster board with numbers on it in red crayon. "On the Ada Beldis-Durant proposal, we estimate that it would cost $10 million to build a regular 4-lane road over those 23 miles. At the CTR, car trip rate, at 50 cents a car, it would take over 100 years to retire the debt. No bond house would ever issue revenue bonds on that kind of projection." "I assume the other one is the same," said Bill Hayden, a state senator. "Yes, sir," said Ritter, pulling out another poster board chart headed Nowata to Veneta. "It's the same."